What's going on, you guys? So AMC gave us a little holiday season treat. We finally have the original finale for The Walking Dead Season 10. I know we're getting a couple extra episodes in spring, but this was originally intended to be the season finale, and I finally watched it, and you know what? I dug the shit out of it.
That is what I'm talking about.
I mean, as you guys know, I'm a fan of The Walking Dead. Season 9 to me was phenomenal. I mean, they have a new showrunner. Angela Kang, to me, saved the show because season 8 was the low point of the entire series. But she really brought back everything that I love about The Walking Dead. Intrigue, great characters, great drama, and also the horror aspect of it all, which is why she was the perfect choice to tackle the Whisperers. And what she managed to do with these villains was fucking incredible, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, they were never that interesting in the comic books, but both the acting and the writing for these villains was equally awesome and horrific. And now enter the series finale, because the second to last episode was actually my least favorite episode of The Walking Dead in a very long time. It just felt like filler. But now looking back, it did pay off, because the season finale was fucking incredible. We pick up where we left off. Most of our main characters have taken shelter at that hospital, and Beta, his Whisperers, and the Horde are coming after them with a vengeance. What I love about this episode is the way it opens. The intro alone sets up so many interesting plot lines. We see Father Gabriel talking to little Gracie, talking about how they're all actually a powerful weapon, and makes that great comparison between them and a handful of fingers. Oceanside, Alexandria, the Kingdom, Hilltop, and that last finger stands for all the people that we don't even know are on our side. And this is where we flash to Eugene and the rest of the gang that are looking for Stephanie. I mean, all the comic book readers know where this is heading. This is obviously set up for the Commonwealth. But we also see Virgil returning. This is what I love. I'm so glad they're bringing him back, because writing him out of the show at this crucial moment would be a sin, because he has got some really important information for all of our main characters. He knows what happened to Michonne, and he knows that Rick Grimes is still alive. So I'm really looking forward to him meeting all the other characters, like Daryl, like Carol, or like Maggie, who is also brought back. And by the way, it has to suck for her. I mean, she just receives a letter with all of this horrible information in it. Jesus is dead, so is Tara and Enid, and there are these new villains out there called the Whisperers. Like, oh, she must be pissed. And I wonder if this plays into next season. Is she gonna feel guilty for having left them? Anyhow, this is where we enter the plan. A couple of our characters have to go outside, drenched in walker blood and guts, in order to lead them away using music. But the great thing about this scenario is the fact that not all of them are walkers. There are Whisperers in between them. Every now and then you see a machete, and you're like, oh my god, the tension building in this episode was phenomenal. The cinematography and even the soundtrack added a lot to the atmosphere. It was really... I was really biting my nails. I was like, okay, shit's gonna go down south really quick. And it didn't. I was actually taking it back that they all made it through alive. I mean, that one Beatrice chick died, but who gave a shit about her? Which brings me to Gabriel. When he was holding the line, when he was alone with his shotgun, I was like, yeah, he's obviously going to die. I mean, he got to take down a few of them, but then they grabbed them and they were about to gut him and kill him. I was like, yeah, it's his time. I mean, I read the comic books. This is very similar to the way he goes out in the comic books. But then, boom, Maggie shows up. It was kind of an ex machina kind of moment, but I rolled with it because you know what? They really played with my expectations. I mean, it would have been so obvious to kill him off. Actually, this time around, not killing him off was a welcome change. I mean, we only have two characters left from season 1, Daryl and Carol. And when Carol was walking the Horde into their doom, I was like, she's a goner. I mean, we're actually going to lose Carol. I was glad that that was not the case because Lydia stepped up and actually pulled her away. And that was such a cute moment. And Lydia has become one of my favorite characters. The actress is phenomenal. What she does with the role is insane because Lydia isn't interesting whatsoever in the comic books. Which also leads me to the demise of Beta, which was admittedly kinda quick, but what else were you going to do with it? I mean, the scenario demanded for it to be quick. Our gang managed to lure them away with the music, and by the way, burning down the house, great choice of music. Gotta just say, great choice of music. And I love how the Whisperers attacked them guerrilla style. That was executed so well. It was creepy as shit. They utilized that concept of the Whisperers so much better than the comic books ever did. And they utilized it better than they portrayed Negan's arc and the Savior's arc. Speaking of Negan, once you hear his voice whispering, "Hey, shithead," I knew that shit was going down. So Beta lost his shit, went after Negan, tried to gut him, tried to kill him. I was like, okay, so now we're having the duel that we've all been waiting for. And then Daryl steps in and guts him. And then he just jams his two machetes into his eyeballs. That was graphic as shit. And he went out like that. Like it happened like this. I can't snap with that thing. But you know what? It was sort of fitting because if we had witnessed a full-on fight, as entertaining as it would have been, it wouldn't have worked for the scenario because they were all surrounded by walkers. So we really would have needed a plot convenience for that to happen. So I was glad the way it happened. And the little exchange between Negan and Daryl, funny as hell.
You know who that asshole was?
Yeah, nobody.
And when Lydia threw away Alpha's mask, that was a great symbolizing moment. The era of the Whisperers is over. So they all reunited, they're all happy together, and I was glad that they didn't try to shock us with a reveal that someone got bit or something. No, they were clever enough not to do this. They left us hanging with two other amazing cliffhangers. First of all, Connie is back, and she is found by none other than Virgil. That in and of itself is great. I hope that he joins our gang next season because that could set stuff up for the Rick Grimes trilogy. I'm really looking forward to this. The other one, saw that coming, read the comic books. Eugene and gang are all gathered at the rendezvous point and boom! Stormtroopers attack. Yeah, I mean, it's the Commonwealth, but I'm so glad that they have their iconic look. They look just like they did in the comic books. I'm always glad when they translate that stuff so well. For example, Beta, I think they did him justice. Overall, this episode had it all. It was creepy as hell. It was action-packed. It had great emotional moments. It was suspenseful as hell. And it set up a couple plot threads for next season. Did you like the episode? Did it let you down? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.